For this question, we can kind of steal other words and references to the same idea that are in this text to understand what word we're looking for. So let me show you what I see here. Handedness, a preferential use of either the right or left hand, typically is easy to observe in humans. Because this trait is present but less something in many other animals, animal behavior researchers often employ tasks specifically designed to reveal individual animals' preferences for a certain hand or paw. So my guess for what's going on here is that we're making a contrast. This trait is present but less easy to observe, right? Kind of just stealing from the first part where I can tell there's a contrast going on, or even less revealable. That might be another way of stealing from the end part of the sentence, but either way we can see this repetition of they're trying to notice or recognize some trait in animals. So A is definitely the best fit here. I would say that the reason a lot of the other choices are wrong is they kind of just, they don't have support in the rest of the text. They might make sense if you were looking at like a bigger picture, maybe a longer passage that talked about what this trait meant and what scientists were trying to learn from it. But based on just what we have here, we only have this idea of like noticing the handedness. So intriguing is kind of adding another extra layer. It's saying it's interesting, it's intriguing. And so that's just going beyond what they're saying in these lines. They're not kind of giving it that quality. So it's a little too positive, I guess, for something that we maybe want to be more neutral. Significant, similar, right? I mean, this trait is present but less significant. Well, if it's less significant, then why do we care about it? They're not kind of ranking whether it's significant or not. This is just not part of what they're saying. And then useful is similar, right? If it's less useful, maybe that's the case for animals. Like, I don't know, they're not writing, so they don't really need to have a hand like I do, but it's just not something that's talked about in the lines. And so this is a good idea that comes from the old SAT and is definitely important on the new one, is that the lines are supposed to do the work. You are not supposed to be able to conjure some sort of story to justify a word. The passage that we are given, the few sentences that you are given, need to do the justifying themselves. So if you find yourself kind of stretching it to make a word fit, that's probably you coming up with assumptions or background knowledge, and you're not allowed to do that. We need the stuff that the SAT gives us to do the work of proving the answer choice, and only choice A can be proven in that way in this question.